How's it going, everyone? Today we're taking a look at the Galaxy Watch as a companion device. And I'm really happy to say that this is better than the Apple Watch experience. So as many of you know, I've been trying to kind of find a perfect companion device for work. Sometimes I need some smart capabilities for work, like email or just getting calls, text messages, pictures, things of that nature. But you're not able to have everything, right, with a basic phone like the light phone or even some of the other devices. But essentially, what I like about the Galaxy Watch 4 is that you're able to have most of the applications that you need. The only one that I've not been able to work that it will be a very good added benefit is Uber or Lyft. But besides that, everything else works. And you have the convenience of the 21st century without having to compromise on everything. So I have a kind of tossing around SIM cards for my work device, but I've landed essentially on having just a regular Android at home and syncing with Google Messages. So I'm able to get it through my desktop. I'm able to get it through this watch, and I'm also able to get the calls since this is the LTE version. One thing that I will say is that the battery life is better, completely better than the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch had maybe less than a day. I'm going on day 2 on this device and it still has 48%. Probably I'm going to drain a lot more battery here. I think one of the reasons why is because I disable all notifications, and you're also able to have a power saving mode right here on the watch and still use the watch. The power saving mode on the Apple Watch is just non-existent. Your watch just goes into just a kind of like a regular mode. I'm also able to have different complications. As you see here, I have different things. I have the battery percentage. I have when it's sunset. I have here the steps that I take, how much is it going to rain or snow. And I also have my next calendar appointment, which is dinner. And again, it works very well. It has the weather, it has the date, and it gives me all of the information that I need for work. The thing that I love the most is that since I have an Android at home essentially sitting, and now I have a watch that gives me all of my messages, it works extremely well with how just how it generally works. So Google Messages syncs everything. I'm able to access it on the web. I'm able to access it on my watch. I'm able to access it on the phone if I ever have to pick it up for whatever reason. You also have access to other things. It has 16 gigs of storage inside, so you're able to load your music files or audiobooks or whatever it is, and you'll be able to play it via Bluetooth. So it works really well. Again, it's just something that I enjoy. You're also able to play it just on the general kind of like watch, but it will not be a very good and recommended experience. I don't think it makes much of a sound. It's more of like calls and for microphone, that's what it's used for. There's a lot of bloatware and that is annoying, but whatever, you can just rearrange it. Pretty much you can do everything on the watch. You don't need a specific device to carry it with you. That was one of the biggest drawbacks with having an Apple Watch. I needed to have the iPhone with me all the time in order for the apps to work. For this, everything works very well. The Google Maps works without having the phone, the messages, the phone calls, the everything. It just works without having to have something consistent. You're able to search things. You're also able to integrate Samsung Pay or Google Pay for contactless payments. So if you don't want to bring your wallet or whatever it is, right? So you have a lot of flexibility with this watch, and I've been able to find that it's snappy, it's very responsive, and you're also able to load apps and use them without the need of having the companion app. Some apps do require companions to set it up, but once you have set it up, then you're good to go. So for example, I have my email. I'm able to set up my email without any issues and sync it very easily. It syncs my calendar as well. The Outlook app is the best one that I've found for that specific here on Android. And again, it works really well. You can have alarms, a stopwatch, world clock, whatever it is, you name it, you have ability to access it. Then you have, of course, the Play Store, and then you have different apps in there for watch faces or essential apps, whatever it is that you're looking for. Again, the only thing that I haven't been able to make work because there's no app for it is the Uber app or the Lyft app, which would be the only thing that, it will be amazing if I were able to have it. You have Strava, you have a calculator, you have a lot of, again, very useful things that you're able to take on the go without having to have your phone. Even a basic phone can be replaced by this because I think the battery life is that good. Again, you're going to have a good solid day of battery life without needing anything. There's also a browser that you can install, and maybe that's the only way that I'm going to try Uber. I don't think it'll work, but I'll keep trying and updating you guys if there is anything that comes to it. But again, very good. You don't need to load the unnecessary other apps that you don't need. You have access to a couple of things like Telegram if you're into that kind of messaging network. And since it's the LTE version, it syncs everything. At least that's what I've been told. I don't use Telegram that much, but again, you have some of those apps in there. And again, the apps on my phone, they're able to sync on the go. You have YouTube Music. You have the ability to search for Spotify. So if you're a Spotify person and you're like, man, I really want like a light phone or a punked phone, but I really like Spotify, I just want to sync it, then you can sync it to your watch without any issues. I'll spend the last couple of minutes or just the last minute saying that it's very well constructed. I've never felt that it was going to be flimsy. I got this rose gold version because it was the only one that available on Best Buy, but then I got the black bands to give it that little different accent. The buttons are very good. Again, I'll update you as I continue in my journey because this is my new work phone essentially here. It's synced through Verizon. It works decently well. And I haven't had any issues with it. So I'm really excited to say, hey, this is a very good companion device that has smart applications that are able to get you throughout the modern world, but still not be distracted because it's still just a watch. It's a super tiny screen. Nobody's going to be watching YouTube videos on this thing. You can listen to your Spotify music if that's what you're into, or you can listen to YouTube music if that's what you're into as well. And again, Wear OS 3 has come and gone, and has upgraded a ton. So I'm really excited about the future of devices like this because they're able to replace and adapt for the digital minimalist needs. So I'm really excited for this kind of devices, and I hope you are also excited. If you have any questions about the Galaxy Watch or anything else, make sure to leave it in the comments below. I'll be interacting with you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.